All right, we are on AutoPilot 2020.20.1. Onto the DC Beltway. Let's see how we do. It's a clear day, clear weather. Some clouds, but let's see how we do with this whole complicated little course we have around the DC Beltway going on 270. We're in Gaithersburg, Maryland, starting out at the Gaithersburg Supercharger like we normally do. Let's see how we negotiate through here. We had a problem here last time. It's been a while since I've been over to this course, but now that I'm back, it's good. I think we're doing the signal. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait, there was a signal lane change. Oh, wait, there we go again. Okay, perfect. That's a huge improvement. It didn't used to do that. It's signaling again. Let me bump it up. I want to bump it up to like 60. Okay, good. Signaling and going into that lane. If you're not familiar with this course, we are in the express lanes now. I want to see if maybe it'll try to switch over early. Who knows? Nope, it's going to stay in the express lanes, which is fine. And we have tons of these videos on this one course. They were signaling and going. We have, I don't know how many, maybe 30 different runnings of this. So if you want to see how it's done in the past with previous software versions, just type in the same title, just omit the software version, omit the episode number, and search up the channel. Okay, now this is what it normally does. Well, now it's not. It was thinking about it. Let's bump it back up to 60 here for the local lanes that we're in. We got someone behind us, so let me give it a little bit more speed. Well, what I noticed what was interesting last time is that near the end, at the very end, when we cross over to the Virginia state line, over the American Legion Bridge, and we get off onto the local lanes there, it actually did it itself for the first time ever. It had never done that before. So I'm seeing some improvements here in the most recent software versions. All right, let's see if it tries to get onto the express lanes here. It has never succeeded in doing that as long as we've been recording this. It's usually tried, but just never succeeded. It's trying again, but it's a solid line, and there's a fresh crash attenuator there. Thankfully, that we did not touch. So that's par for the course. It signals, but never makes it. By the time it signals, it's too late. It recognizes there's a solid line there, and it doesn't go for anything. Now let's see, we should be able to make it over to the express lanes here. We should, given history of doing this, okay? There we go, we're going for it, good. And thankfully, because there's no crash attenuator there, someone else hit it. Let's see if it signals here. Yeah, it's giving us a signal, perfect. It didn't used to do that. Did not used to do that at all. That's an improvement, good job. It keeps dropping the speed limit on me. I'm back up to the set speed of 63 miles an hour now. I can feel a little highway vibration right in that speed range between 60-65 front end. Yeah, if you see my videos, Model X definitely has an issue with front end vibration. It's usually at really high rates of acceleration at mid to higher suspension settings at slow speeds, but I'm starting to feel it on the highway, which is not good. and peaceful until we get up to the split. You can see down on the sign, if you can see that on the 4K picture, there's a split. It's a spur, it goes off to the left or right, and based on the lane that I'm in, I think we have to make a decision at the last second, and it's usually decided correctly, at least in the past. Trucks coming off the milled pavement there. Saw some dust shooting up off of the tires. Thankfully there wasn't any rocks in there. Sometimes there are. People get chipped windshields on these areas where they have milled pavement. I shouldn't be that close. I should move it over, but I want AutoPilot to do everything here, so I'm not going to move us over. Now we should end up signaling and going off to the left here if it does it right. Or to the right. Signaling and going off to the right. There was no signal. That was interesting. But it did it. It didn't even hesitate. It dropped the speed down to 60. It keeps dropping me down in speed. I don't know why it's doing that. And I don't know why it's hanging in the left lane here if I'm not the fastest car on the road. I would think it'd be moving over now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And of course, this is being recorded kind of post-COVID-19. People are just getting back to work. People are definitely not all back to work, but some people are back to work, so there's not as much traffic on the road as there usually is. Yeah, I'm getting passed by everybody on the right. AutoPilot is not moving me from our position. Alright, now we are on the Beltway. Eventually we've got to get over a couple, like 2 lanes to the right. Shouldn't be that difficult since there isn't really much traffic. Can't really show you the clouds. The clouds look really cool here too. I'm trying to get the white balance going on the screen, but it's just not working. Can't pick up the details. It's a pretty good sky here as it has been, but and other pictures it's been able to pick it up. Okay, now we're shifting over to the right, making a right turn. Whoa, that was kind of tight in there. You just saw it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But it was smooth. Nice smooth lane change in traffic. So much better than it used to. If you want to see what it used to be like, it was horrible. Go ahead and just watch some previous videos in this series, or any of the videos where I'm testing out AutoPilot. Because I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I've got 130,000 miles in my car now. Supercharged, getting up to almost 1,500 supercharges. I've been on the road with AutoPilot a lot. There's this guy. Now let's get him on the focus there. A little bit more. Oh, we're losing it. We need to get over another lane. You lose the lane markings here on this concrete bridge. Sometimes it's kind of tough, but it had no problem there. Again, but it's a small concrete bridge. You can see the contrast with the asphalt. It's not an issue. At least up here, up north, the asphalt generally stays a dark color. But you know, in the south, especially Florida, it turns all white fairly quickly. Any asphalt, same color as concrete, pretty much. Now we're in traffic for sure. This ought to be fun and interesting. Oh, it's signaling already. What's it gonna do? Gonna pass this Audi SUV? No, it's gonna hit the brakes. No, it's gonna speed up. No, it's gonna speed up. Try to get in between that Audi SUV and this white minivan. There it goes. Good job. Just about as good as any human could do, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Here's the American Legion Bridge into Virginia. Those clouds look nice now. Alright, now this is where, for the first time ever, last time we did this course, it stayed in this lane that it kind of forks off left to right and actually went to the right and signaled for the first time ever and got in the local lanes. Let's hope that it can do it again. We're at speed. I'm not going to give it any kind of a handicap since it did it last time. It should be able to do it again, right? The signal. Yeah, it's doing it. Yeah, it did it. Alright. Nice work. We are seeing some improvements. And if you don't believe me, just go ahead and check out previous videos that were done in this series and you'll see, except for the one before this, every single one has not been able to do that. You can see the improvement. And also in the last video, it's gone all the way over to the right to get off at this exit, which is also great. It hasn't done that in the past either. It's just getting smarter, I guess. Now we got this car right here with us. Ooh, this ought to be challenging. We're signaling. The car is right there. What are we going to do? We're going to pass it, I guess, because it's getting behind us. All right, good. We're going to get over again. And that's it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up and the bell for notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.